YouTube. Decided to get a few things done because like I said, fell asleep and I didn't really want to do that, but I did. So I'm going to work on some projects here. I'm going to put them on the other camera and we'll go from there. Alright, first up is the meter. As I said, I don't think the I'm trying to read the milliamps. It is fused. So this one is unfused, this one is fused. So this is the one that was not reading. So I think what I'm going to do is take that apart, and there's only 3 screws it looks like. I'll find me a screwdriver here to do that with. There we go, there's a 9-volt battery in it, so I have had it open, obviously. I'm thinking maybe the fuse will be on this side, and there it is. You know, normally I would use my I would use my ohm meter to check this. Get it as tight as I can there. I do have another one here, though. You know me, always have a backup. Let's see, ohms, 200, right there. Don't have to worry about showing you what I'm doing, because like I said, it's just checking this fuse. Oh yeah, it's open. That would be a problem. I think it's a 2 amp fuse. Open, open, open. Let me double check, make sure yeah, those are working. Alright, so that's where I gotta take that fuse out and order one of those. So that's one thing down, so let's move on to the next. Well, let me put this back together because it's still usable, so I'll bring it back in a minute. Alright, meter's back together, all buttoned up and everything. Let me put the leads back on it and put it away. Get it out of the way. You know, 200 milliamp, and I'm not really sure how that works, but looking at this here, I'm thinking that's 2 milliamps, 20 milliamps, 200 milliamps, and that's where I had it on, was, well, all the way around. That's sitting there when I first measured it. So 200 milliamp is 2/10 of a amp. I was thinking it was 2 amps, but apparently it's over 2 amps, or over 200 milliamps when I check that, because I'm pretty sure I must have blowed it, because I've never ever even used this meter for that before. So anywho, that's that, and we'll get this out of the way. There. What I'm going to do is basically leave that like it is, with the front on it, or there with the front on it, and see if I can get maybe a couple of those soldered in, tacked in I should say, and then that way I can take the front off and this thing won't move then. And I want to double check on these. It doesn't even appear that there's solder on all of them, so I'm not really sure how that works, but I will bring you back when I have more to add. Alright, I think you can see. I hope you can see. I do have all these, this one, these two up here are soldered, and this one here is soldered. It's nice and tight on there now, and it's in the right spot. So that should work out really nice, I hope. Didn't even have to take that apart, so that's all the better. So now let me go look at the picture and see if I can tell which ones of these. Again, I think there's only one. Obviously this one goes here because it's the only one with two connectors, and it's red and black, so I'm going to say that's the power. You know, I may say it and be wrong, but you know, I can still say it. Okay, I see now it goes that way. I didn't have my eyes on. So that goes there, like that, and there's our power. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to use. 12 volts, maybe? I'll have to check. Alright, that's the power. Now, these are obviously inputs and outputs. One will go to the, and they're the same, I do believe. Red, Yeah, those are the same, red, black, and yellow, so it doesn't matter which way these go. There we go. So like I said, I'll just have to figure out which one to switch as far as input and output. But I'll be using those, you guys remember, those little RCA input or jacks that I bought from Jamco. I'll be using them for this, so there's 2 more of them that's going to be used. So that's half of the ones I bought already used. I may have should have bought more, but I think I'll be all right. Like I say, that should do that. I'm pretty sure. All right, back with you one more time on this decoder board. I have not really noticed it, but if we look at the front of this thing, this does FM too, and I didn't really realize that. But I watched the video. Of course, it's got Bluetooth and MP3, USB, and a TF card, which is the SD micro. Now, here's the auxiliary. Now, that should tie to this one here, the inside one, which is closest to the... Yeah, I didn't get that down in there as good as I thought I did. Oops. There it is. Now it's locked in. Anyway, that should tie into this. Should be basically the same as this one, but we'll put the RCA jacks on this one here. You can see that. That's the input. Now this is the output that goes to your amplifier or whatever you're using for audio, and that's I need to put O and I on that so I'll know. Also, here's your FM antenna. That little hole right there. I did notice that on the video that the guy had it hooked up, a wire hooked up to that. So, got to put a wire in there. And like I said, we're going to hook this thing up one day and check it out. But with FM, that's be kind of neat, I think. So, I think I'll probably wait on this until I get the jacks for my stereo, my bench stereo, bench amp, whatever you want to call it, and so I can use that, plug that in. And but I think everything is controllable from here, so I don't have to worry about that. But I keep doing that, and I'm not even in frame. Anyway, like I said, I think you've seen it. That's the FM antenna. This would be the output that goes to the amplifier. This would be the, well, that's power. This would go to the input, same as the front auxiliary jack. That should be connected basically in parallel with that. 12 volts is what it takes to power this thing. It's meant for a car or basically a boat, motorcycle, whatever, you know. One guy said he had a dune buggy, so worked really good. And it's easy to put in. I mean, just 2 screws. It's really simple. I'm going to like this a lot, I think. So, alright, now you know all that. And let me, like I said, I was going to write O and I on that before I forget it. So if I can find my little Sharpie here. And I'll do that real quick. What'd I say? Input was next to the power. So, I and O. That should do that. Alright. Now I have those marked. And the FM's kind of obvious. It says FM, or if you look real close, it's hard to see, but FM antenna, that's what it says. So, alright, I'm going to put this up out of the way. I've got all my stuff fixed on that, so I think this is gonna be it for this evening, because like I said, it's 9:30 and I haven't really eaten supper yet, so let me bring you back tomorrow maybe. I'm hoping to get the car done and stuff like that. So you guys have a good evening. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see ya.
That's all, folks.